in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Two.
1.
Yeah. Long story short. With Aaron Yee. Mama. Game time.
Welcome to Nearing Nerdvana, bringing you another episode of Long Story Short. So, how's everyone doing this week? Staying warm, I hope.
Hey, it's been a grind of a week, man, but happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Cool.
I'm sleepy, and I'm nodding off like a dope fiend. It's all good. We're gonna do this.
Nice.
Yeah, I was on another show, and I don't want anybody to think that I have anything against people in wheelchairs or whatever. But if you're going to be on eBay, and selling stuff, don't say it's getting there late because you're in a wheelchair and it takes you a while to get to the mailbox.
I remember that. I remember you talking about that. That was a long time ago.
I was on Thorough's show, and somebody brought it up, and man, I'm still kind of mad about that. You know what I mean?
Hey, did you tell him fuck your wheelchair?
Nah, somebody that goes out and says that, because I thought about it, probably he's not in a wheelchair. But karma will catch up to him, probably end up in a wheelchair. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting to be an interesting time. And in the realm of I guess of just like buying and reselling too, right? Especially with reasons that people give of why they can't pay or whatever. But
oh yeah, here we go with that shit too, man.
Dude, I'm waiting on a book to be shipped that like just complete ghost. Good feedback, lots of sales, just nothing, crickets. So
wow, dude.
Yeah. Oh, and then for giveaway winners, I did mail out your packages finally. So so sorry for the delay, but I think I've messaged most of the people the tracking number. So if you've won something from me on this show or on other channels, that is in the mail.
Yeah, if I owe you something, remind me. I'm so far behind on shit. It's not even funny. I moved offices. I had a stack of books. So just let me know and I'll get it to you.
Yeah. And then it got to a point because I gave away Chung's book one week. I lost it within my house because I'm not super organized. And so I was like, choose between these books instead. And then I found the original book I was supposed to give away. So it's on the chopping block. So, actually, I'll set that up for right now. So participate in the chat, and you will be getting that Middleton cover, which I'll grab before the end of the show so we can show that off. We will not be having a show next week for the holiday. So we're just spending time with the family and all that.
It's Thanksgiving, man. Cut us some slack.
Yeah, I know it's upsetting, but we got to take time and give thanks to.
I'll use sleep. I gotta be honest. I mean, I'll give thanks and all that, but by this time to next week, I will be out cold, guaranteed.
Yeah, I'll be in a turkey coma more than likely. So
it doesn't matter if you landed on Plymouth Rock. It doesn't matter if Plymouth Rock landed on you. Give thanks. I don't know what I'm saying.
Hey, bro, if the Cowboys don't win, it ruins my Thanksgiving. So
I'm there. How do they look for that game,
bro? Who knows, man. Football's fixed anyway, bro. You know what I mean? You ever notice when they're doing the telecast and all of a sudden they know everything about some insignificant player? Oh, yeah. We sat down. We talked the other day and I was talking to his mom. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. If this ain't fixed, just some random player that made a big play and they were at the parents' house and what kind of a student athlete he was. And they just got this whole autobiography of him. I mean,
Yeah,
that's when you know the hustle is in, bro.
It's because they really send out the interns to go talk to all those players. It's not that one individual person.
Yeah.
Hey, Lord of Brooklyn, real quick, man. I've got the book literally right here. Just hit me up on IG with your address, and I'll get it out to you this week. The Gwen.
Yeah. And I'm sorry of yelling at you the other night, Lords of Brooklyn. I'm sorry.
Oh, what I'll do for next week then is I will go back to our, where we started the show, like on Flipside, and find that episode, download it, and upload it to this channel.
Right.
Of our first time that we ever did.
Yeah.
With the roundtable discussion. Yeah, so we'll do that for a Throwback Thursday. Oh, because that works.
That is a throwback, man. All right.
Yeah. So I'll go back and research to find out.
That's a good idea, man.
Yeah. So we won't be here, but we'll be here in spirit. How about that? And then big congrats to Josh. He had a big foreign sale this past weekend through Heritage. So
yeah, it was good times.
No.
What books are we looking up on the Heritage website?
The Paquito 255. That was just on Lords of the Long Box.
Oh man, how do you spell that?
Paquito. Paquuito. Paquito.
Poquito. Poquito. It's poquito.
Paquito 255.
While you're... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that went for $6,600 with the buyer's premium.
Man.
Yeah, it was the high sale. So
I was hoping it would go for more than just the number.
Yeah.
Did
no,
they say,
in all seriousness, yeah.
Did they say who owned the books?
He knows.
That'd have been cool because people would have probably, man, that's Josh's book, and they probably would have bid up more if they knew it was your stuff. I mean, you take care of your books, bro.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but you know who bought the book though, don't you?
Yeah, I know who bought the book.
Okay.
It was, he bought that book, and then I had that Brave and the Bold 28 from Brazil. That was, both of those got bought by Jack White. If anyone knows who that is, the lead singer.
Oh yeah, man, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah, he bought both of those.
Dude, that's fucking cool. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I keep on telling him that he needs to trade comics for like some of his guitars and stuff like that, because like that would be a big flip for you then. Like,
bro, have you hit him up, dude?
Yeah, like since
we get him on the show, bro.
Oh, dude, I've been trying. He like tours nonstop, but I know he'll be coming home soon. I'm assuming for the holidays.
Yeah, but all that time is being spent in the studio.
Bro, tell him to jump in from his phone, dude. Yeah, when he's taking a shit.
I've talked to his assistant about trying to get him on a show, because like he owns like an Action Comics 1 and like all that stuff.
Yeah, man, he must have a fucking badass collection.
Yeah, like I would just love to get him on a show and listen to him talk about comic books, because he's a big Golden Age fan. So
he must have been the one that bought all of Nick Cage's comics, and then that's how you get that celebrity status, like right after buying those kind of comics.
Bro, Nick Cage had one hell of a collection, bro.
Yeah.
And they made a book about it too. I didn't know that. I was.
Who was covering that? It was Brian.
Thorough. I think it was Thorough or Brian.
Brian had that actual catalog where.
Oh yeah, that was Brian then.
Yeah. Okay, but I want to take this time to thank our sponsors, Cover Price. So if you're not subscribed to them, make sure to use the code Nerdvana14 to get a unlimited subscription for 1 month for 99 cents. And make sure you're hopping over to birdcitycomics.com and using the code Nirvana for a 15% discount. So, they're dropping all kinds of bangers. So
yeah, Cover Price, better than Key Collector.
I mean, because I think that's why 2 people on this panel like contribute and write articles for Cover Price too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I throw some stuff in there. When I find something interesting to talk about, I know Josh is a pretty active contributor too.
Yeah, and then Matt DeVoe's a wealth of knowledge also. Just like, it's so cool that like he'll just chat with us like in random like chat groups, or Discord servers, whatever.
Yeah, man, he is. He's a super smart guy, and a great member of the community. If you're not following Cover Price, you're missing out. Really good stuff on there.
All right,
we're gonna get into this. All right, normal disclaimer applies. This is not a spec list, guys. Don't run out and buy these books. A lot of the books we're talking about tonight are actually just like back issue bin stuff. The economy's tight, so we're not talking about a ton of really high-priced books tonight, but just some really sweet books that you can find digging. If you're not out there digging in long boxes, you're missing a big part of the hobby, I think. Like, you can find some really exceptional stuff and not have to pay top dollar for it. So we encourage that behavior, and we're going to jump right into this tonight. But by all means, please don't run out and pay eBay prices for anything you see here tonight. Go out and find it digging. I'm sure you can. All right, before we get into the comics, I want to set the stage with this. So this is Glenn Orbick. I think, James, we were talking about Glenn a little while back. I know you're in the chat tonight. This is a print. It's not a comic. I just want to point out this print is limited to 250 copies. And they're asking $550 for it. He's a phenomenal artist. Does prints, but does some comic work. So don't buy the prints. Let's go take a look at maybe some cool comics. And you know what? I feel like this segment is kind of like subtly for Laura. She's not on tonight, but my guess is that she would dig these next few books. All right, so let's jump right into the first one. American Century number 27. All right, so this is Glenn. This vibe you're seeing here is pretty consistent with a lot of the stuff that he does. This is just a cover A. It was the final issue in the run, about 8,700 copies ordered. This thing doesn't go for anything, right? This is a $2, $3 book, but it's absolutely stunning. I think it's one of these covers that can stand the test of time, and just really, it's a painted cover. It's just really beautiful, and I love it. And 8,700 is really not that many in the grand scheme of things, but there's absolutely nobody chasing it.
You know what? I'm always surprised at, like, this is a random ass book, and to have this level of detail and artistry on such a random ass book is always surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of blows you away. Like, how would they get, that it can't be cheap to get like a piece of work like this done, right? On a book that's not even selling 10,000 copies, like. But what makes it really interesting, and like, there's a lot of them in this run. I mean, I'm going to touch on a couple tonight, but there is a shit ton of amazing covers in this run that go for nothing. These are like $2 books.
Well, do you think it's like one of those types of things where an artist knows that if they put a little bit more effort, that even though they know the title's not selling a bunch, that it could be appreciated later in time?
Yeah, or maybe they just hold themselves to a really high standard and like, listen, I'm doing good work, and if this is the only gig I'm getting, I'm still going to go kill it because this is what I do.
Oh, because it gets set up for their next job and stuff like that as well. Yeah.
But absolutely beautiful.
It does look like a Rockwell cover.
100% has those vibes, and there's so many. If you're not familiar with this run, go take a look. There's lots, and we'll touch on a couple. We got another one here right after this. This is number 20. Mama! So this is obviously the next to last issue in the run. Less than 9,000 copies ordered of this, but once again, I mean, just an amazing painted, beautiful cover. I mein, it's just just absolutely lights out. And
okay, so where's the original art for this?
In Dinesh's collection,
right?
But like, no lie, I almost made this cover like the thumbnail, like, or for one of the cover, because I always pick two books out of the list to use as a thumbnail, and like this one almost made the cut. Like, I was like, kind of like, do I put this on there?
Damn.
It's like I know what you're pulp cover,
Yeah, I was gonna say, now I know what you meant when you said it was a pulpy vibe tonight.
Yeah, and it was not intentional. You just kind of start putting it together, and you fall down these little rabbit hole sorts of things. I could have gone all night with these. We could have done the whole goddamn run, to be honest with you. But anyways, I think I just threw one more specifically for Laura because I know she's got a thing for the red dresses.
Oh yeah.
This is issue number 14. Just once again, just that same, Americana pulp, like just exceptionally well done, vibe.
What did they pay him for these covers?
Bro.
Not enough, I would imagine. I mean,
Well, I mean, it's Vertigo, so what? Aren't they backed by DC at that time
DC.
period?
yeah, but I still.
Oh wait, but I heard traditionally DC doesn't pay a whole
Yeah.
bunch. Like I
Doesn't-
heard the big two don't pay a lot. I mean, just because, like, you get the notoriety that like you did a cover for DC, Vertigo, or Marvel, and so it was like kind of like you get exposure. More
Yeah,
than
it
you get paid.
raises your profile, but
Yeah.
who's going to pay you more than the big guys? I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but yeah, I get it. But there, he did a lot. He didn't do every cover for this series, but he did a bunch of them, and even some of the other artists who worked on this had some bangers as well. Not as good as any of Glenn's stuff, but so there are some other good ones in there. So if you're digging and you find this, just go pull them and just stack them away. Like these are just
Can you imagine not doing the doing the cover after this guy? Yeah, it's pretty good, but it's not a Glenn Orbix, but
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
wow.
would imagine most of these are like within the same kind of vibe, like the pulpy look.
Yeah, 100%. There's all sorts of them. There's like some jazz stuff. I mean, but yes, it's this. What we're seeing right now is the whole thing. Go look them up. You'll have a good time just looking through them.
You know what's interesting? He's because I'm looking him up, and he has a ton of superhero stuff. But
Yeah, so I have another one here. What he also did. Do you remember when DC was doing like the pulp annual?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. Yeah, so he did most of these, not all of them. I think Chiodo did actually a few of them as well. But he did a lot of these covers as well, which has a similar sort of throwback.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Nightwing on this one?
I didn't. I could have gone all day with these. I didn't want to like beat it to death. But yeah, but the Nightwing is actually, I think that might be Chiodo who did the Nightwing.
Oh, really? Okay.
So yeah, I was looking at it today. But yeah, just
Chad Cave just found one of the books for $1.96. Is that with free shipping or without? Just curious.
Chad, you're breaking the rules, man. You're breaking the rules. Come on.
Yeah, go find them in the back issue bin. Like, you can more likely find them there too, probably priced around the same price.
Yeah, these are books you don't have to spend a lot of money for, but you're out digging for the day and you come home with some of these. I don't know. You think you're feeling all right with what you found, but yeah. So this is another Orbic. Really beautiful. All of these.
Is he still doing work now? Because these are like what, mid 2000s.
Not a lot, man. I can't find anything recent that he's been doing, man. Like he said, fuck it. These guys aren't paying me enough. I'm out. I don't know. He hasn't done a lot of work recently.
Is he still alive?
I would assume so, but I don't know. It's a good
It
question.
got all quiet.
It was that moment of silence, right?
Yeah,
All right. Anyways, just joking around. But anyways, let's see what we have next, right?
All right. So now this is speaking of Chiodo, here we go. So this is a really obscure, stupid series by Penny Farthing.
Bro, he passed away, dude.
Orbic did.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and rest in peace, Glenn Orbix, 2015.
Man, that's terrible, man.
Wow.
Well, rest in peace, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry to bum everybody out, bro.
All right, so on a different note, yeah, this Decoy series, it was like a 4-issue series. I find these occasionally in back issue bins. They're really cool Chiodo covers. They don't go for anything. They don't go for fucking anything. But I can't imagine these things were printed that highly. I don't even know what Penny Farthing Press is. But 4-issue miniseries, all in the same vibe we're seeing right here, all 4 issues. Just really cool stuff. Sticking with the pulpy vibe that we were talking about. Anybody else ever come across these?
Yes, I've got I forgot there's a black cover that looks pretty badass of these. They're like trade paperbacks.
They're a little thicker, I think.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
just,
I you can find these in back bins, but it's fucking awesome art, man.
Yeah, beautiful. We talk about the show. What do we call it? Ghosts, bangers, and oddities. We're leaning a little heavy on the oddities part of that description tonight, in case you guys haven't picked up on it just yet. So,
Let's see. Ooh, Three Rivers has some more info. It's the American Century Ploy Harry Block. A World War II veteran fakes his own death and makes his way to Central America to create a new identity for himself as Harry Craft, a hard drinking smuggler.
What?
all right. This was Carter's. Was this yours, man? We were talking about this in the chat.
Yeah. I came across this book in the. I went back to the 10-cent store and came across this cover. I just thought it was interesting. I just didn't know anything about it, and I noticed a lot of the fables and the Fairest covers are pretty damn striking. So and it's weird. It's like give it a day and you'll find a new one of these covers that will catch your interest.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, there's a ton of really good ones. When I started pulling these up, I'm like, we could talk about a lot of these. James, Gene, Jack, Triple J, we like to call him this one. And once again, like these aren't like super high printed books. It's not low print necessarily, but like 20,000, like that's not like like a big time Marvel book or anywhere near that. So grab these because I'm sure nobody's marking these things up. You can find them for really great prices.
Yeah, definitely the type of book. You can kind of cherry pick just that perfect one for submission if you're feeling frisky.
All right. They call me Bruce with the $25 super chat, man. Thank you so much, man. You always come through. We are the oddest YouTubers on the channel. We own that, but you know what? We're not shying away from it. We wear it proudly, and thanks for all the support, man. You're the best.
Uh-oh.
I don't even think my guitar's in tune, but we'll give it a try before we move on to the next book, because I'm sure I owe a couple of songs.
Jam out some reggae tonight.
I'm sorry, Aaron. You're just too darn loud.
I'm too down. Did I take you to 11 too fast? Right?
We're the pinheads. Super chat. Super chat.
Super
chat. Hey, even the dog got in on it.
I know, right? Sweet.
I want to say that I love the quote, because this is the book when Carter showed it. I had to read the quote that was on it, because it says, "Women get pregnant just by looking at Jack of Hearts." And I was like, okay.
That is that the blurb? Like, oh
yeah,
dude,
it
is the
awesome,
blurb.
bro. The most interesting man. Right? Women
That's
get
awesome.
pregnant just by looking at him.
Check out the band called Power Glove. They do a lot of theme songs for like TV shows, like just like a bunch of covers and all that. So if you've never heard of them, give them a try.
All right. Carter, was this you as well, man?
This is another one. So we have this is a book that Raise the Dead #3 from Dynamite. This is a book I came across, I want to say about a year ago, and I thought this book was so striking. It's a Sitem cover, and when I looked it up, it just doesn't go for anything. and
It's a ghost.
Well, I will say the book really doesn't go for anything, but this was like and then I came across the book yesterday in the 10-cent box, but that was like the second time that I had ever come across that book in that entire year span. I made it a point to try to find more, and for me it was a tough book to find in person.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've got that book in one of my long boxes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
beautiful pop art.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anti pop art.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, right? It's
yeah. Well, it was probably traced over a Warhol,
Most likely. Yeah.
But I mean, like, oh yeah. I love homage covers. Go ahead.
I was just saying, if it was a virgin variant, would be cool. Then you wouldn't have the trade on there and stuff. So,
well, when you dropped this book, there was another Raise the Dead 3 that I had in mind. I'm like, wait a minute, is this the same book? But it was actually what I was thinking of was Raise the Dead 2, number 3, which is the next book, which is a shout out to our friend Ben Stein.
Wow.
Who does the CDI's Hot 10. He collects these Copper Tone suntan lotion homages. So shout out to you, Ben, if you're watching. Probably not, but if you are, thanks, man. And this was the book that popped in. I'm like, wait a minute, was this the same? Is this a variant? But this is Raise the Dead 2, number 3. So not the same book, but super cool nonetheless.
Yeah, what year did this come out? Is this some early Perlo or
what? This was probably like mid 2000s.
Old, man. Yeah.
Hold on. 2010. 2010 this one came out.
I'm just surprised to hear how many of those covers he has.
Like every time I see one, I reach out like, you got this one, man? You got this one? I found some that he hasn't had, so that makes me happy. But I didn't check with him on this one, but I'm sure he's got it.
Yeah,
2010.
I want to say he's talked about this at some point in time.
Yeah. I'm sure. I would be shocked if he didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot. You can fall down any niche collecting hole you want, but bubblegum covers, whatever. There's more of this shit out there than you could ever possibly imagine. It's crazy.
Well, I feel like once you pick one of those themes too, like you kind of just fall down that rabbit hole where a bunch of those start popping up out of nowhere, or you already have them in your collection. You just like collect it subconsciously, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of these start as subconscious things. To be honest with you, I know what the bubblegum thing did for me, but now, goddamn it, every goddamn ratio of everything comes out has a goddamn bubble on it. It's like,
it's because
it's your fault. It's your fault, man.
It's
not right, man. Don't fucking sell them to me. I'm not gonna it's not worth your while to like put it on there for me to buy it. You're gonna sell one copy.
Wait, was that our first episode of doing like presentations?
Bubblegum?
Was it the bubblegum one?
For this channel?
Not for this channel,
but for the other one.
But for this channel, it was. No, we did one there. The first one I think was just a ghost. Like either it was a bangers or a ghost episode, Aaron. Like the first one we did was one or the other. Outside of like anything we did with like Prospect or anything like that, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll look it up and then we'll have it on for next week. So.
All right. So I found this one the other day. This is an Art Adams cover called Animal Confidential. It's a one-shot. I was a teenage hairball. Tales of ordinary house pets driven to unspeakable acts. So, anyways, we've covered Art Adams a lot on this. This is an earlier work of his, but something I found for a couple bucks, and I don't know. It's kind of fun when you're able to come across.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a cool cover, man.
Yeah, it's just entertaining, but doesn't go for really anything. But a book I don't really see anybody ever talk about.
Is that an appearance of what's that bunny called? The stability bunny or whatever?
The Energizer bunny?
Stabity bunny.
Stabity bunny.
I was thinking what was the Pizza Hut mascot? The Void.
Oh, yeah, the Noid. It was Domino's.
The Noid.
Yeah. Because didn't he have ears? Or am I tripping?
I could
think
have
they kind of
sworn.
went back. Like I don't know. It's like, yeah, there was something like ears on his head. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, just a fun, completely obscure oddball book. All right, there's a little story behind this one. All right, so Conan number 24. There is a nude variant which I'm showing here, kind of covered up, and then a completely covered one.
That's a terrible job covering up those nips, by the way.
The best I can do.
You could have asked me to. I would have helped, but
It's not just
there's
that. If you
there's
also
a little
there's a
circle.
cover up further down as well. But all right. So this book there's a little story behind this. So this is a Dark Horse comic. This book goes for a respectable amount. So what happened is they have sort of an unedited a clothed version of this that was the main cover, and this one was actually a solicited ad in another Conan magazine, and it pissed a lot of people off that they had the nude one as an ad in the other Conan comic. So it's but you know, they said, fuck it, we're going to release this anyway. So they released this to 4,000 copies. And for a book that has 4,000 copies, you can't find this damn thing. Like, it's a goddamn ghost.
I've been on the search for this for years.
You can't find this damn thing. And we saw a 9.8 sell recently for $337. But like, when people ask for raws, these people ask like $200 for raws for this book, something in that neighborhood. There's a fair amount on the census, like almost 500 graded on the census. But just a really tough book to find. If you go to the next slide, this is the book that had the ad in it. So Conan and the Demons of Katsi number 3. So it was in this book where the naked ad was. So this one flies a little bit more under the radar because, you know, it's just not so apparent of what you're looking at. But just an interesting story for a book that I've had my eye on for years and never got anywhere near.
Right.
And then if you ever get a chance to meet Tony Harris, I highly recommend it. He is hilarious to meet in person. Like,
well, I mean, by the sounds of the story behind this is like these guys were like just fucking around. Like they put that ad in there. I think maybe they realized they probably shouldn't have, but fuck it, they're going to do it anyway. And then they got so much heat for it. They said, you know what, we're going to release the cover anyway with the nude one. So,
well, he's just a funny character to meet in person. Like he has like one of those glowing personalities, like when you meet him and stuff like that. And then he was sitting next to Steel Freeze at a convention that I met him at, and then they were, because they know each other for a long time, and they were just bouncing off each other, just like joking around with like people waiting in line, you know, whatever. So it was hilarious to meet them.
But yeah, just a book. You know, we kept this list relatively to this point inexpensive, but we stepped it up a little bit with this one. So. Does Conan 24 go for more than the Lee and McFarlane Conan? I mean, the McFarlane Conan covered. I mean, that does all right, but this thing goes for more. I mean, I find that McFarlane one not infrequently. The Lee one, I'm trying to think. I think that's also out there.
Yeah, they're definitely out there.
The nude one, like you can't find it. And when people do have it, they're asking a king's ransom for it. So.
It's like you think you're close, but nah, you're way far. You're far from this book.
All right, I don't have all the. I think this was Ninth's book. He's not on tonight. So this is West of Sundown number 6. This is a Jenny Frison variant, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, this was a foil cover, but just a. You know, Jenny Frison doing what she does with the skulls, the red tones. You know, it's a beautiful book for a really cool series. Anybody else have any color on this one?
I haven't heard much about this title since issue 1 when they did that like throwback.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some damn beautiful covers for this run. I've been buying them. I haven't got to sit down and read this yet, but But Ninth wanted us to make sure we put this on tonight.
Liger is
release.
saying,
I think this is like
he's saying it just came out. Ooh, we have someone joining us. We got Tony, Blue Green Artifacts. How's it going?
Hey, Tony, what's up, brother?
Hey,
What is up, guys? How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Hey,
Let me know if I got any sound issues. I'm going iPad for once, so
man, we almost got the family back together, man. This is pretty awesome, bro.
it's
right,
great.
right in time for the holidays, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
All right, this was yours, Tony. Right, man. This is all you. Look
Your
at talk about
timing.
timing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I logged in right at this.
We secretly sent him a message on the side. It was like Tony, we need you to jump on.
You need to get on here.
So you can talk about Middle List number 7.
Right. No, yeah, I just love this book for both speculation reasons and just appreciation, I guess. I think Scotty Young's best work has been on a lot of these covers for Middle West. I don't know. I don't think there's been any option news for it. I don't know if there would be. But this is number 7. This is the second print. And Comicron does not list it, so it's under what does it go down to, 200 or 300?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said 2,200 in the chat. I could have screwed it up, but like they're usually cutting things off depending on the month,
Right.
You know, in that neighborhood.
Right. So, and they did a lot of late printings from Middle West, all the way up to number 7. This was the last one that had a late printing. So I don't know. It's fun to chase those, ultra rare late printings. I love the late printings that have original covers, which all of these did. But Scotty Young's obviously known for all the baby covers, and this is, I guess, kind of a baby cover, but it's I don't know. I find as I'm getting older, and I am old, like things hit me. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate TV shows and movies and art that has a little emotion to it, and this is just sad. It's like I don't even know, even if you don't know anything about what's going on in the image, it's just it has a lot of emotion to it. It's just a tragic cover, and the color choices are great, just muted. I don't know. Art appreciation.
It's beautiful.
Love it.
And Scotty Young, like, it seems like demand for his rare stuff is just going crazy these days. Like people have just sort of, went past the point of saturation to the point of just like wanting to collect all of his stuff. So, some of it is really hard to get hands on, and this book is right up there, with some of his tougher ones.
Yep.
All right, what do we got next? This was 9th. We can talk about this. Legion of Monsters number 3. An Elsa Bloodstone cover. Who doesn't love Elsa? So, these are really short printed books by any standard, but particularly by Marvel standards. So, according to Comicron, there were 7,500 copies ordered of this, which is not a lot, obviously, for a Marvel book. And people love Elsa Bloodstone covers. There's a handful of these on eBay. People are asking probably somewhere in the 15 to 25 range, I would say, for this book. But number ones always seem to be gone when I go out looking for them, but you can find the later issues of this.
I'm noticing number 1. I could have swore I just saw a number 1 sell for $20 today.
Yeah, no, I think they're going right in that range, 20, $25.
Is that with the redhead and the black and the black suit? Kind of looks like a Black Widow, kind of.
That's the Satana. Those are like the one shots. I've seen those, but like the actual Legion of Monsters mini series.
Oh, gotcha.
Number 1 of that, yeah.
Yeah, the Satana one does all right. That's Horn on that one, or is it Land? I confuse those.
Oh, you know what? It's Greg Land.
Land. Oh, yeah, okay. But yeah, this is a great book to grab if you're out there digging. I wouldn't go out there and chase asking prices on this one, but if you find it in the back issues, snatch it up. It's a cool looking one. And then we've got the follow up to this book, number 4. This had less than 7,000 according to Comic-Con ordered. This one is kind of a ghost. I think there may be one copy on eBay as part of a set, if I remember it. I looked this morning. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think there's any standalone issues for sale. So this one is much tougher to get hands on.
Yeah, I noticed a summer or two ago, I was at a dollar sale, and there was quite a few copies of number 1 to be had, and I noticed it was just just a smattering of like maybe 2 through 4, and I don't even think 3 was in there. You know what I mean? And I don't even think 4 was. It's just like it was very slim pickings as far as the other issues went.
But I mean that usually happens anyways whenever shops order, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they order a bunch for issue 1, and then by issue 2, that order's already been cut by half. And so, like, especially in the mini series, I assume that like the people that wanted issues 3 and 4 were probably the people that had it on their pool box.
Yep.
Yeah, they weren't ordering these like crazy for the shelves, obviously, by any means. You know what I mean?
Who's the cover artist here? I really like the style on all these.
I can tell you right now. Give me 1 second.
While you're looking it up, do you remember about there was a spec nugget? It was like 3, maybe even 4 years ago, after Jared Leto had been cast as Morbius, and somebody got a snapshot of him, like a paparazzi photo of him walking around holding issue 1 for this mini series.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And the book the next week,
just went to the stratosphere kind of thing.
Yeah, people.
I mean,
they're going to pull from that storyline or whatever. I don't know.
So with no joke, it's Wando is what they're saying.
Okay.
Man, that should start being a thing. Like, I hope like celebrities now just like start walking around with comic books, and then like whenever like they have like they're announced to be a part of some cast or whatever.
Yeah, I just want someone to walk around with like a Super Pro number 1 and really get
right.
All right, Josh, all you, brother.
All right, so this is
I did my best with these titles and the countries. If I fucked it up, apologies.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. So this is Long Short said it had a pulpy vibe. So this is literally a pulp. This isn't a comic book. So this is Suplemento Policial. This came out in 1954 in Brazil. The U.S. version was Detective Fiction Weekly, and it came out in 1937. So it took a while for Brazil to do this, but I mean, it's a killer cover. I love this book. I mean, a skull cover like that. I had to grab one of these when I found one of them. So,
dude, I couldn't stop looking. Like, what the fuck is he doing with the power lines there? Like, he's like, playing like a puppet or something, like a marionette or something. I don't know, like that. That was like,
yeah, what was that?
He's playing guitar. It looks like.
Yeah. It's a wild cover, and I mean, I can't remember. I think I tried to find the US one for sale, and I couldn't even find it. So I was like, all right, like I'll take this.
Yeah, this is really cool. To say that I've never seen it before shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody, but yeah, man. So what is this? The size of this, Josh? This is not a comic book size. This is like a half comic size, like a traditional American pulp size. You think?
It's here. I got it right here. I can show you guys. This is in. I think this is just in like a silver / golden.
Oh, it's a big book then.
Yeah.
It's a good size.
Yeah, it's the same as like if I.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger. Maybe might be the same size.
That's what
a little
she
wider.
said.
Yeah. But yeah.
Didn't CGC announce that they're going to start grading pulps?
Yeah. Yeah,
a lot of the American pulps though, they're much smaller. I mean, than what Josh was just showing.
And they're a lot thicker. I mean, this is like just like normal comic book thickness right here. I mean, it's nothing thickness. It's nothing crazy.
I mean, American pulps, the fucking things get the shit kicked out of them. So, I mean, they're always destroyed.
They go so far back, though. I stumbled
Mhm.
on one of a local comic shop that I hadn't been to in a couple of years, and they had probably 8 boxes of pulps. I mean, going back to like 1920. I mean, just 100-year-old book.
Mhm.
It's insane that that they even exist, let alone, with the cover on it still.
Yeah, and some of the art on them are just jaw dropping. I mean, just absolutely amazing. I mean, we were talking about Orbic before, and what was he getting paid? Well, what were these guys getting paid to paint these pulps back then? They were selling for 10 cents a piece. I mean,
Right.
Quarter.
All right, so this book. I forget what the actual name is. It's like Muscula, I think is how you pronounce that. But it translates in English to Little Mask. So these are from Greece, like in the mid-late 50s. This is Worlds of Fear #2, and it's a redrawn cover. All these Greek ones are going to have redraws. Because I don't know, did you put the U.S. covers on here or no?
I didn't put the U.S.
Okay,
covers.
that's
No,
fine.
so I was going. I got ran out of time.
No, that's fine. So on the U.S. cover, it's the shadow in the background is kind of almost like a cat. It looks like a cat head with 2 pointy ears, but you can tell on this one it kind of looks like like a dude with like kind of like a Dick Tracy hat on almost. So these are super ridiculously hard to find. I talked to my buddy in Greece, and he's been in the comic book scene over there for a long time. He's probably in his, I want to say, 60s now. So he knows a lot about the backstory on these, and he said that as far as he knows, there were probably like 1,000 to 5,000 copies of these printed. But then you had World War II going on or ending, and then you had the Greek Civil War that happened after that.
Damn.
So he said that, and they also, I guess, Greece had like their own kind of SOTY thing too, where they didn't want kids to get their hands on these. So he said a lot of these were probably ripped and like actually used for fires during the Greek Civil War because poverty was just so rampant after that people were just like burning anything and everything to even keep warm. So yeah, I don't, this is definitely a ghost of a book, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what did you say? 1,000 to 5,000? You thought roughly?
Yeah, that's what he thinks roughly.
Jeez.
And then
I mean, how many are even surviving? I mean, goddamn, there's got to be like 100
yeah,
of these if you're
the
lucky.
the one copy I have of this is I think the only copy I've seen so far in like 5 years of collecting. So
Have you ever? Okay, now have you seen like maybe like a past auction for it? Like maybe even like 10 years ago, even nothing.
no.
Wow.
I haven't seen like any Greece is a really tough place to get books out of in general. Unless if you know somebody over there, but like I've never ever seen like an old auction for any of this stuff anywhere. So this is my favorite one. So this is, if anyone is into pre-code horror in the US, this is the cover to Witchcraft #2. Which is like a crazy book in and of itself. But this is the version from Greece again, completely redrawn cover. It's almost exact to the U.S., but you can tell it's redrawn. So this same deal with this one. It would have been mid 50s to late 50s, 1,000 to 5,000 copies roughly printed. I think I've seen 2 of these. At the most, I've seen 3 of these in 5 years. And I didn't even say about the last one. The cool thing about these is they're cover only. So the inside of these are actually like digest size almost. So they're tiny. But they're like pulps inside. Like it's just like written story. Like it's not the comic book inside. They just use the covers and then just totally put in like a pulp for the interior.
So it's like really small letters.
Yeah, here I can grab a copy really quick. I probably have it right here by me. It's just so you can see how small they actually are.
So how do you read these, Josh? Would Google Translate right next to you the whole time, or like?
Oh God, you would.
Like Google Lens.
Yeah, you'd have to use like Google Lens or something like that. Hold on, let me. I know it's in one of these boxes right here.
And if you haven't started down this rabbit hole, now you can.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah. Where is? Oh, you know what? It's probably in this one. Now, of course, I can't find them. Oh yeah, here they are. So yeah, here's the witchcraft. So it's tiny, dude. I mean,
Oh, that thing
there's my hand.
It's adorable.
So there's the back cover.
Oh,
But
so
like,
fucking
if
cool.
I'll open it up to show you.
Please don't catch the tape on it.
Yeah.
If he does, he's gonna eat it.
So it's yeah, no. So this one's actually so these are really cool too. So this one is like it's got Siamese pages because when these were distributed, the pages were like they didn't cut the pages, so they were all together still. So like to actually read the book, you had to slice the top of the pages.
What the fuck?
So like if you see like the pages, like this page, it's still stuck together, but like the interior is literally it's like a pulp. It's just all writing.
Do you want me to fix that, bro?
No. No. Like this thing, I mean, it's all those are the staples. Like it's all rusty and
We can do a little something with that, bro.
probably disintegrate.
What do you? That makes me think, Josh. Like, I know obviously you've sent some stuff off to be graded, but you have so many international books, especially like these lower quality or lower grade things. I'm nervous owning them, like that something would happen to them. I almost feel like I need to get them slabbed just to kind of preserve them. But
no,
I know that's kind of a no-no a little bit in the international community. A lot of people don't even deal with slabbed.
Yeah, but you can get some micro chamber paper to keep from to put it inside the book to keep the pages from breaking down, and that's one way to protect it. And of course your acid-free boards and stuff like that, but you got to change them out every other 5 years. So
yeah, I wouldn't even send these. I'd be afraid to just send these into CGC. Like if I sent these in, I'd have to send them straight to Matt Nelson because he would actually listen to me. Because I'd be like, "Hey, dude, like the pages are not cut. They're all, because I could picture like a CGC grader just opening up and be like, oh, this page is stuck together and just kind of like ripping it apart. Like,
hey, let me help him out.
Yeah. So
torn pages on.
Yeah. So like the only way I would send stuff like this in is if I sent it to Matt.
Sir, I tore another book.
Yeah. I know if I explained it to him, it'd be all right. But other than that, I wouldn't trust anyone there to handle these. So again, this is from the same series. Like once I got one of them, I just had to try and get all of them. So this is Adventures into the Unknown #6 from the US. This is the cover. And again, it's just same deal, mid-late 50s. I think I've seen 2 of these. Maybe 3 of these, but it's just cool to like.
What are these going for, Josh? When you see them sell, like what, big bucks?
I mean, the last copies I saw sell were the ones I bought. and I think I paid. Man, I think I got them for a really good price. I want to say I didn't pay more than like maybe 50 or 60 euro like a piece for these, and I'm like, I'll take it, because I got them straight from my buddy in Greece. So I was like, he knows I love horror stuff. So I was like, dude, I'll take these all day.
Yeah, man.
But like, I've never seen one of these hit like a public sale, like ever. So. And then this one I love too because of the red background. So this is Out of the Shadows number 13 from the US. And on the US cover it's like a red hand like that still, but the background is like blue and like gray. But this one they just did like a darker red, which I kind of like. But again, it's the same thing. It's it was just cool to see really super early material in Greece that they copied off of, or they took US pre-code covers to. So it's just one of those things where like I saw it and I was like, this is something that exists. Like I have to have these because if I wouldn't have grabbed them, who knows when I would see them ever again. So, and I think I've seen 2 of these so far. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, super, super cool.
Is that a leprechaun?
It's like if you look at it's easier to tell on the US cover, but it's like the hand, it's like a marionette doll.
Oh,
The hand has strings attached to that.
Oh, okay, I see it.
With a
Yeah.
knife. Yeah, it's easier
So
to
it's
tell.
like-
on the
Shit, that's
US
even
cover.
scarier, bro.
this is like Chucky's great grandpa then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that looks like it's our last book. So I want to thank our sponsors again. Cover Price. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you use the code Nirvana14 for the 30-day unlimited membership for only 99 cents. And then make sure you're heading over to birdcitycomics.com and sign up for their text alert list so you do not miss all of their great drops that they have. You can use the code Nirvana to get a 15% discount. So if you think you've missed any of their different bangers that they've dropped, make sure they pick up some of their back issues that they have. And I hope you were participating in chat because I'm going to go grab that book, but I'm going to leave it open to the floor for anyone to promote anything that I have. So coming up.
All I got is Thanksgiving next Thursday. Sorry there'll be no show, but I'll be eating a lot of turkey, having a lot of beer. So
I don't
Yeah,
have Oh, go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just gonna say I'm off on Black Friday, so I'm gonna see if I can scoop up some books. So
Nice.
I don't have anything
after
to promote, but like I said, I stopped in, and since we're talking about pulps, I only picked up one. I was looking for like a combination of a cool cover and in decent condition that wasn't completely falling apart.
yeah, man,
dang,
nice score.
1939.
That's sweet.
1939. Not horrible condition.
Oh man, the spine on that is great. The pulps, they get the spines are destroyed most of the time. That's
Hey,
It's they're so cool though.
hey, send that to me, Tony. Let me clean it.
We might do that.
Yeah.
This I'll show mine since I had it right here. This is the one pulp that I own besides that Brazilian one.
that's
Marvel.
a classic, man. That is
Yeah,
a
the
nice
Marvel
one.
God
series. Yeah.
Dude, that is one of the best. That is
Dude,
awesome.
that is freaking amazing, Josh.
Yeah, I scooped this up I think 2 years ago, before people really started talking about how CGC was planning to. It was $200. I'm like, buy.
I would have grabbed that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm gonna have to take a day off of work and just go dig around in this Neil Gaiman used to be married to a girl in Wisconsin just 20 minutes from here.
Hmm.
This store that had the Pulse was his, like, he would haunt that place. So there's a whole section of like signed stuff that he knows the owners. But it's one of those perfect stores, you know, where there's just boxes everywhere, like random, you know, you could just dig for days. Go find some more Pulse.
Yeah.
All right. So I finally found the book again. So this beautiful Middleton cover that Philip Chung has donated to give away on a podcast. So hopefully the person that's participating in chat is here so they can, you know, message me their address to get a free slab, you know. I don't know what happened to the last couple giveaway winners. Like one person was like I don't have Instagram or anything, so I was just like kind of like, you obviously have some sort of way to communicate, like send me your address. But anyways, that's not the point. So before we do this giveaway, Josh and I are doing Foreign Weekend on Whatnot as well. So
don't miss that. That's
Saturday.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You don't buy anything, watch it. You're gonna learn a shit ton.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a mixture of foreign books and US books. And then I might even have some cards in there as well.
Yeah, literally, I always tell people, like, you don't have to buy anything if you want to come and just listen to us ramble for a few hours about foreign stuff. Like, just come and listen to us ramble. It's the last one we're doing for the year because I figured there was no reason to do one in December with the holidays. So I'm going to bring like 100 books with me. So.
Oh,
I'm sitting in 15 beers and I'm going to just drunk by.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring some Brazilian books I have, and then I think I have some books from Mexico and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna mix in some like just like overall key books that I have. All right, let's give away the slab courtesy of Philip Chung. Make sure you're following him on Instagram, Chungy Comics.
Yeah, somebody finally take this home.
Yeah, I know. I want to ship it out. And the winner is Thanos wins 305.
Hey, Thanos! Yeah, you used to buy from me on Whatnot. What's up, Thanos?
Thanos is right.
Just message me on actually he might have bought something for me on Whatnot a while ago, but message me your address anyways, or send it to me on Whatnot because I'm pretty sure you're following me on there as well. Either or platform, I don't care. Just get in contact with me. I will ship this out to you. Congrats. Carter had a jet early, so make
bullshit.
sure you're...
I think you should stay for the whole show, man. That's ridiculous.
But make sure you're catching like his haul videos and stuff like that, you know. And then he's still part of the Flipside crew and all that. So yeah,
he's probably a spy, bro. You know
what?
He's a double agent, bro.
It's a fully public show. Anybody can watch it. I don't know what he's going to spy on.
I don't know. You ruined my joke, Ben. Anyway.
Is he going to message key collector stuff?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're probably watching right now. How do you pronounce that word?
Well, I want to thank everyone. Have a safe holiday. We will have a throwback episode next week. So y'all take it easy.
Mama. Hey, you have a great night too, Ben. They call me Bruce.